You're in favor of Alberta holding a vote on separation.
I am. I think Premier Smith has done the right thing, and recent developments, even over the last 24 hours, maybe show that she was correct. She wants the ability of Albertans who are increasingly concerned about how they are ignored by the federal government and their rights seem to be continue to get trampled. She wants Albertans to be able to have a process of having their voices heard. And I think that has helped her convince, whether it's the Premier of Quebec and maybe even the Prime Minister, that this really is a serious matter that they're starting to address. So I think she's made the right move in opening the way for this, and I support that.
Why not just make it a vote on that they're angry, voicing their concerns about things, rather than say separation?
Well, it's one thing, it's a great question, Roger. It's one thing for a politician to hear somebody say, I'm upset. Another thing to hear hundreds of thousands, if not maybe some millions, saying, we want to leave. We're so upset with the abuse, we want to leave the relationship. So it's quite a different thing. This puts some real clout into the concerns of Albertans and into the Premier saying, please listen to us.
But will this not embolden other separatists across the country, in Quebec and other places?
We don't see that. I think an answer to that good question would be, I don't know that other provinces have been as abused, have had their rights for so many decades, provincial rights, overlooked as Alberta. I mean, other provinces might want to make a case. So, but so be it. If there's others who are concerned to that degree that they think they're not being respected, then let's see what happens. It doesn't appear that that's the way right now, though it's just not Alberta. Saskatchewan, obviously, very strong feelings, and some in BC also.
But isn't it better to have a conversation rather than present this, or do Albertans feel they're at that point?
Yeah, I think that's it. A conversation is always better. But when the conversation has gone on for decades, Roger, and this isn't just in the areas of energy rights, it's agriculture, it's municipal rights, it's healthcare, it's gone on and on. And, I think the point is finally getting through, if Mr. Carney can be taken at his word, and let's hope he can, that by allowing Alberta products, the best refined oil and gas and LNG products in the world, to get to places like China to help them get off of coal, to possibly India to help them get off, 500 million Indians who rely on wood and dung, to let Alberta's products get to Europe, where the stranglehold by Putin on places like Germany can be broken. Germany and other countries are literally funding Putin's war in Ukraine. And by allowing the best refined resources really in the world, Alberta resources, to possibly flow to these other areas is a huge thing. It would benefit all of Canada. It would benefit First Nations, and actually it would go a long way to reducing the threat of separation.
And just one last question, how would you vote on it?
On a separation question, I believe I want to stay in Canada, and I believe in a strong, prosperous Canada. And if Prime Minister Carney, if he's going to keep to his word and keeps going in the direction of meeting Premier Smith's demands, I think we can see Albertans staying in. I can't predict that for sure. It's a high risk. That's why the concerns need to be dealt with before the risk actually could materialize.
Okay, Stockwell, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for your interest.
Stockwell Day is a former Tory Member of Parliament and former Minister of Public Safety for Canada.